Hello, this is Joseph Blanchett, aka Legendary Frog, and this introduction is not a parody of anything. It's just a cool little stinger from Beautiful Joe. And then logo just flashes on the screen. This logo, though, is for Umbrella. They're up to some nasty stuff in mansions and just anywhere in Raccoon City. They probably have a lab or something. And this is Resident Evil Code Veronica Flash Edition. I was obligated to do this movie because in a joke in a previous movie, I said I would. I think my chibi style really hit its own around this point. Like the art's getting a lot better from the older movies. And I think this was still copied from a drawing, I think. Scanned and on paper, then traced. But I think this is kind of the best my chibis have looked. I think this is the last movie I made with this chibi style, actually. So I'm pretty proud of the models there. And as you might have noticed, this is a shot-for-shot recreation of the Code Veronica intro. This super over-the-top action movie thing, which kind of at the time was out of place for Resident Evil, but it was still kind of cool. And I had the movie playing in the corner while I was animating this, so pretty much to the frame, it's like, what the actual movie was. Obviously, I had to change a few things because of the style. But, it's kind of a cool thing. And I'm proud I recreated this and it ended up looking pretty decent. And there's no jokes in it. It's just a recreation of the intro. It's pretty cool. You see the bad transitions between all these complex movements. But, I was never good at hands and stuff like that. I want to thank Adam Vane of Super Flash Brothers, who did the backgrounds for this cartoon. I am horrible at backgrounds. So in these later movies, I asked other people to do backgrounds because they just wanted to look good otherwise. I don't think I've ever done a background since then. I guess the Warcraft one was the last one I actually did a background of. That's Luke Diora as Rodrigo, yeah. From one of my other commentaries, I said I had two types of parodies. I had one like Legend of Zelda, The Return to Ganondorf, where it's just a parody of the world, but it's kind of a unique story. Oh, a little chibi of Claire. Super chibi, that's cute. And then I have like the Resident Evil ones, and where they're actually parodying the game. So, this is kind of follows the plot of the game. The first, probably 1/4 of the game, I guess this movie covers. Oh yeah, these graves. There's gravestones of a bunch of my friends. Put their names on there. I noticed a mistake all these years later with the positioning of that arm. It's just floating in midair, and I went back to the actual Flash file to see if it was just a mistake I fixed, and I was working with an old version. But nope, it was there in the original file on Newgrounds. So it shows my attention to detail. That's Wesker. He's not important. What's he doing here? So Alfred Ashford, I'll talk about him a little later, but he is one of my favorite voices to do, and I still do him to this day in cartoons when asked. I'm not saying I'm the best Ashford on the internet, but I think it's kind of the voice I'm known for. All things said and done, what people like to imitate. Claire getting some perverse pleasure about pushing barrels. Or crates. This is Steve. And he is the best character in Resident Evil. But he isn't. He was really annoying. And I had forgotten that I asked Aaron Hansen to do the voice of Steve here. That's Aaron Hansen, Eagle Raptor. He said he thought you modern day people think he got famous on Game Grumps. No, he was in Flash cartoons, doing voices of Steve and Solid Snake. Crazy Island. Yeah, there's not a lot to Steve's character. He was just always flirting with Claire, and he was talking about how he wanted to get off an island. So that's like basically I just made him talk about those two things all the time. Either flirting with Claire or trying to get off the crazy island. It's a little joke about jump scares. It's meta commentary about how they just stop becoming scary. That's what I'm retroactively making it about. They happen so often that you're just not scared by them. Here's Adam and Dim and Tom, the Flash Brothers, gave a little cameo. The zombies. Watching this, I'm just reminded of the Resident Paunchy series, which is a series that one of my more recent Flash buddies are making about Resident Evil in Code Veronica, and I just keep on thinking about his Code Veronica parody, and all the jokes they did. So, like, watching this is like, oh yeah, I made that a long time ago. Yeah, remember Instant Messenger or MSN Messenger? This is a joke about that. People would just randomly IM you on Instant Messenger. This isn't random, I guess. They know each other. It was fun to do, just do fake, like, leak speak and internet speak. Like the lingo. Who would call him over a phone? Just use Messenger. Tag him on Facebook, on MySpace. You zoom into those files, you see a bunch of little quote-unquote funny things I wanted to add. Oh, and the files back there. So I want to apologize that this is part 1, and there was never a part 2 or a part 3, even though I fully intended it to be. And simple answer is I just kind of got not bored, but it was enough. And when my heart's not in it, I didn't want to go just keep on doing it, So and that happened again with The Hobbit. Like I says, I'll make 2 or 3 parts for this, but just after the first one, my heart wasn't in it anymore. And in this case, I didn't even have a script written. I just had a couple of ideas for jokes, and that was it. And say, I'll figure it out when I get there. I shouldn't have made it a scene-for-scene parody. I should have, make it like not the entire game, but like a more natural ending spot. But I'll do that for my next Code Veronica parody. Like Code Paunchy's on like part 6 or something right now. So I just talked over Alfred Ashford. I think he's the reason I wanted to do this cartoon, because I just love doing his Alfred voice so much. And he's just fun to improv. And this version is obviously a lot closer to what became my Alfred voice. I think this is like the pinnacle of it. And I evolved it even more after this when I do it in Paunchy. He has a few more mannerisms and laughs that he does. And it's just a really great voice to do. Like, I don't want to self-congratulate myself because it make me seem like I am. But, no, even though it's based off something else, I'm proud that I invented a voice, kind of, I'm not a voice actor, so that just seems cool to me. There's Claire being a little bit judgmental of Jill. I guess that's an okay joke to make. Because of the stuff happening in the background. Not really sure. I guess we're coming up near the end. Another thing about this movie is it had some Easter eggs. You may have noticed that there's ink ribbons around every place in the cartoon, and in the Flash version, if you clicked on those, they would unlock hidden files that you can read, and some of them were like parodies of other files in Resident Evil. But if you unlocked them, or if you clicked on them, then you unlocked outfits for Claire, just like in the Resident Evil games. So I had the Resident Evil 2 outfit, the one based off Kerrigan's outfit, and I think one where she's in a bikini, because, you know, I was a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. And it's easy to do that. And they all worked out pretty well. Like, they all matched. There wasn't many clipping issues with the body parts. So it was a fun little thing. If you can still play the Flash version, it's kind of a neat thing to watch the movie again, but the outfits be different. This is my Alexia voice that I was not able to do in Paunchy, but I'm still proud of just how weird it sounds. And thank you guys. Kind of nearing the end of my classic cartoons. There's only like 2 or 3 more to do, but I'll do them. I swear to God, I will. I'll do them all. I'll do most of them. Okay, bye.